I started my channel because I saw too many dishonest golf videos on YouTube, and I wanted to highlight what single-digit handicap golf actually looks like. For starters, we don't break 80 every day. We also hit a ton of bad golf shots. If we didn't, we wouldn't have a handicap. We'd play off of scratch or better. What we do tend to do better than high handicap players is limit our big scores. So today, I'll show you how, as a single-digit handicapper, I play good bad golf. For starters, I'll hit iron off the tee every time I can today, because I've been fighting it lately with driver.
We know it's 115 middle, and it's uphill a bunch. I'm hitting a 125 carry club, but we have no idea where the pin is.
I'm also trying to think through every shot, even if my execution is off.
Definitely right of where I was aiming.
I missed the green on the first hole, and from this lie, it's pretty tricky to get up and down. That's also not my best pitch, and I'm actually putting from off the green here. And at least I limited the damage to just a bogey.
Oh, Adam.
There are the driver woes right there.
Just like a low 6-iron.
We're playing in 40-degree heat today, and for whatever reason, my miss all day long was a pull like this one. And once again, I've missed the green.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's another bad chip.
Got it moving a bit to the right. It's kind of a slope here.
And I said I was pulling everything.
I kind of pulled it off the face a bit.
Including the putts. And apparently even a blind squirrel catches a nut now and again, because that's my best drive of the day. But it's hard to recover from a good drive. But I'll nonetheless try to stay positive.
You know what? Good layup. 85 and we're into. I just watched Lewis's ball get murdered, so I'm going to hit a low flight gap wedge.
Good planning, poor execution.
Oh, I pulled it.
And for the second time in 3 holes, I'll be putting from the fringe.
Oh, it bounced out here.
That's frustrating, but I'll reset and plan again.
Like center left. Okay, I'll play it a little firmer and left edge.
That's actually started outside the left edge, so the analysis here is that it was a bad read and poor execution.
Okay, 160. Hitting the 7-iron, aiming at the middle, but we've been drawing everything, so.
Tiger says to play aggressively at conservative targets. And here I know that my miss will probably be at the pin, and lo and behold, that's what it does.
Go in. Sit. Yeah, was the screen slow?
From above the hole, I'll hit this putt conservatively. It's pretty good, and finally we stop the bleeding with a par.
I'm going to aim right of it with a draw.
But on this hole, the wheels fell off.
Oh, or do that.
Starting with a drive that's way off my target.
I have to carve it around this tree just to...
Then trying to cut a 5-iron out of a bad lie.
Oh my god, Adam.
And it's getting ugly.
Top chunk. Okay, we've got 76 flag.
My partner needs me here, and I lost my cool. Apologies. That's the second time I've ever done that on the channel.
To say that was pathetic is to offend the word pathetic. I'm going to roll this putt, and if it doesn't go in the hole, you can pick yours up.
That's 5 bad shots on this hole, but we limit the damage by making one here.
I'm just hitting 5-iron. Up the right.
This is stroke hole 1 on the card, and after some of my horrible drives, I'm just trying to get this one in play.
Okay, we have 161 on a downhill lie, into wind, uphill. We're going to ignore the pin because there's bunker short of it. Aiming at the left quadrant. We're going to hit a smooth, like chippy 6-iron. Sit. That's exactly where I was aiming.
I'm happy to have a putter in hand here, but with the heat, some of these greens are running faster than others.
Man, these are like molasses. So this is like this much outside the hole.
I'm still going through my routine, and I'm thrilled to escape stroke hole 1 with a par. Bad execution.
Good ball, get in the hole. I'm gonna hit it high and like halfway to the hole, I think.
Goldfish memory. That last shot is in the past, and there's no reason I can't give this one the respect it deserves, and try to get up and down for par. I'll have about 15 feet here, and for the first time today, we make one from range.
Like the only danger I see off the tee here is that bunker on the right.
That's a brain fart. Don't tell yourself where not to hit it.
Right at the bunker.
But sometimes the golf gods do give you a break.
Oh, good kick, yeah. Yeah, that worked.
I've mishit a few wedges today, and on this one I abandon thoughts of trajectory and just try to focus on putting a smooth swing on it with good tempo. Here's the putt.
Sit. Sit.
And like I said, the speed of these greens is varying a bit hole to hole, but I do clean this one up for finally back-to-back pars.
260 to that tree. I'm going to aim at the tall tree.
They say aim small, miss small. So even though this is off my target line, it's a decent strike, and I'll have just a mid-iron in. The ball was a bit above my feet in the rough here. I failed to assess it properly and chunked it, but fortunately it does get up to the green. I roll a pretty decent one from just off the green here, and I catch a lot of flack for picking up putts, but when your opponent gives it to you...
We're playing match play. He gave it to me.
You pick it up. I came out the gate slowly today, but the most glaring stats on this card are the number of bad shots, more than one per hole, and the number of putts, which was only 11. There were some putts from off the green as well, and managing to scramble 4 out of 8 times means that this card is only 5 over. It could have been worse. But the back 9 is full of terrors.
Oh my god. So 175 into. Yeah, I'm just going to hit a little 5-iron and see. Hold the finish, hold the finish, hold the finish. Spin the club. All right, right at the 100 now. 300-yard hole. We've hit driver, 5-iron. Now we have 110 playing 114, so now wedge.
Big numbers are in play on this hole,
I pulled it.
especially after I hit my 3rd consecutive bad shot.
Moving like 3 cups right is what I got. Maybe a little less than that.
Goldfish memory again. I'll go through my full routine here, and I hit a decent one.
Oh, I had the line too.
And my opponent will give it to me. Another bad drive.
It's going to be a long day if I keep doing that. 159 flag. It's a front flag, so usually I'd play the 160 club, but I think it's downhill into the green, so I'm going full bore 150 carry club, which is a 7-iron.
Routine good, execution poor.
Oh, pulled it.
For the first time today, I'll have a tester out of a greenside bunker. And the margins between birdie and bogey are thin.
Oh.
It goes a bit past the hole.
I pulled it. Pulled it like 2 cups.
And that's a really bad short putt, and we'll get out of here with bogey. This would usually be my 4 hybrid, but again I'm opting to hit iron every time I can, because my execution with woods and hybrids has just been terrible today. I'm rewarded with a greenside result,
Thanks.
a pretty good chip, and I'll get out with par. I'll stick with iron off the tee of 13,
Thanks.
and I actually hit my best of the day here, and we'll have just a wedge in.
That was thin.
Fortunately, it catches the green regardless.
That was weird. It turned right at the end because it looks like it's left at the beginning. I'm going to trust what his did. It moved like a cup and a half left.
My body and brain were in a bit of disagreement here.
That wasn't very good either.
And it leads to a pretty lousy putt. But fortunately, I've been steady with the short ones for most of the day. We'll classify this as a good bad shot.
That will work. 5-iron. Just up the left to leave a wedge or a 9-iron in.
And this shot is more of the same.
Good miss. Great miss. Roll up that hill now. It did roll up that hill. Good miss.
And these little elevated pitches are shots that terrify a lot of players, but I've played so much pitch and putt over the years that I'm really comfortable with them. This isn't the greatest result about 15 or 20 feet from the hole, but I give it a good run, and after a pretty bad stretch on the back, I'm happy with the par here.
Can't say I love the par 3s on this golf course.
Bad swing thoughts, bad swings.
Fuck. Oh, Adam. It's rolling left of the cart path.
We almost didn't find this ball, and I'm actually pretty happy to hit this shot out of this lie. I'll have a makeable par putt, but not this time. Bogey's fine on this long par 3. And this is about as intimidating a look as you can give to a guy struggling with driver. And I guess it works out.
That's the best bad shot?
The golf gods gave me one on the last shot, and on this one they'll take one away.
Thanks.
I thought this is one of my better strikes of the day, but it winds up past the green in a really tricky spot.
Sit. Got it moving a cup to my right.
And finally on this putt I do hit my intended line, but the read's off a bit, and it's another bogey. But bogeys don't kill the scorecard. Double bogeys do. Enter hole 17.
No idea.
I'm lucky that this one's in play, and I should be able to get it back to the fairway, wedge onto the green, and get out with a bogey. But that's not going to help the cause. It's a horrible shot.
Our opponent has given it to me, but let's just have fun.
And this is a brain fart. After my opponent conceded the hole, I just lost focus, and it leads to my second and final double of the day. I'll try to reset before 18, but first we'll stop and thank the sponsor of today's video. I'm not a scratch golfer, and I'm not a professional chef, and that's why I use HelloFresh. Since last year, I've been using HelloFresh to cook delicious meals while cutting down on food waste and taking fewer trips to the grocery store. HelloFresh plans are flexible, allowing me to change my meal preferences, update my delivery date, and choose between veggie, pescatarian, and fit and wholesome meals to stick to my goals. And with the fall golf season upon us, daylight hours are precious, and I really enjoy that I can prep a delicious meal for myself in 30 minutes or less, including HelloFresh's newest seasonal recipes. I also appreciate that HelloFresh values sustainability. Their meal kits are carbon neutral, plus in a partnership with Plastic Bank, HelloFresh ensures that 10 million fewer plastic bottles reach the ocean each year. They're also offering a promotion to my viewers. Just go to HelloFresh.com and use code NOTASCRATCH65 for 65% off plus free shipping. That's code NOTASCRATCH65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Back to 18. That's a good final drive for me today, and it will leave me with some decisions to make on the fairway.
It's like 210 to the green on that line, but opponent's in the shit, so I'm laying up to 100.
I'm trying to play strategically here, just hitting wedge into the green on 18.
88 playing 93.
But this shot was a bit trickier than anticipated. I do nip it off a downhill lie, but it goes all the way through the green.
This swale's throwing it this way, but then it's all that way. And this is all pace.
The only poor lag putt I've hit today was out of the fringe on 3. And here, after declaring that this putt was all about pace, I hit a bad one. It will leave me with a long par putt here. And that's a rotten way to end the day. But it is a good example of what good bad golf really looks like. I don't get to break 80 every day, and some days the card does look like this. There are 2 double squares on this card, and given how poorly I was hitting the ball, I think it could have been worse. 23 bad shots is about as bad as it gets for me, but 27 putts is towards the better side of my range. That was probably what kept this day from being much worse. And I hope it's useful for all of you to see that even single-digit handicaps have days that look like this.